Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It's Wednesday, new comic book day. It's time to go get your comics. I'm going to be reviewing books coming out next Wednesday, the 17th of May. So this gives you a full week in advance to make plans and schemes and all kinds of craziness, right? To get ready for next week, the books that are coming out gives you a little preview. We're going to use Midtown to do this. So let's jump into it here. At the end of this video, I'm also going to highlight an exclusive that just went live at 5 p.m. today. There might be a shop that still has a few copies, so I'm going to highlight that. So stay tuned to the end of the video. All right, Midtown, we'll start off with Dark Horse. Masquerade number 5. I do like the Tula Lote cover. Kind of a big fan of hers. I like her artwork. For you Masters of the Universe fans, you've got issue 4 coming out next week. Can't see the B cover yet. I think the C cover is pretty cool. By Fico. Still too close to Fecal, isn't it? Fico? Is it Fico Asio? Asio? It's a pretty cool cover, though. I like it. That cover is very nice. Order and Outrage number 3. I believe I picked up the first issue B cover by Jim Starlin. Wish I could see the B cover here, but they don't have that art displayed yet, so that might be one to take a look at. The Planet of the Apes movie adaptation, signed by Scott Alley, is sold out. Interesting. It's kind of an oddball book to have listed. All right, that does it for Dark Horse. Let's move on to DC. Let's see here. Anything worth mentioning? I don't collect a whole lot of DC books these days. A Batman book here and there. Cool cover that comes out here and there. But for the most part, I'm not collecting too many DC books. I've been buying the Black Adam series. Some of the covers have been really good. The Irvin Rodriguez covers have been great early on the series. The John Guion covers have been really good. This one's okay. It's not my favorite, so I don't think I pre-ordered any of those. Catwoman 55. Man, I don't think I pre-ordered any of these. I guess maybe the F cover, the foil 1 in 50 cover looks pretty cool by Dan Panosian. Yeah, I mean, it's a yellow cover. I kind of dig a yellow cover, but not sold out. I don't think there's any heat on those books. Catwoman's kind of been, yeah, the storyline, she's been in jail and she's kind of running her empire from jail. And I don't know. I think they need a new writer on Catwoman. I don't know. It's been okay. It's not been anything great, though. The Flash, Turin Clark covers have been pretty good. I mean, this kind of, it has that Michael Turner feel to it for me. If you remember back in the day, Turner did a bunch of Flash covers. And to this day, I don't think anyone still draws as good as Michael Turner did. That guy was really something special. Some of those Flash covers, go check it out. Go on eBay and type in Flash Michael Turner, and you'll see some really awesome covers that he did back in the day. But that kind of has that feel of that Michael Turner type art. But there is a foil variant of it. A couple of, I think 797, the foil variant of the Turin Clark has done pretty well. It's gone above ratio. So there is some collectability to these. But Flash, I don't think the writing has been all that fantastic on it. I don't know. I could be wrong. I've not been reading it consistently. Superman number 4 is out next week. There's a nice Nathan Surdzy cover. There's also a Bermejo cover. You got like an old throwback cover here by Ramona Fredon and Sandra Hope. And a Jamal Campbell foil cover. That's the 1 in 100 for $72. Can't imagine there's going to be a lot of people ordering enough for that, but who knows? Titans Volume 4, number 1. So a bunch of covers on a new Titans book. Check that out. Vigil number 1. Just a bunch of covers. You've got some design covers. Wonder Woman 7.99. Probably one of the few DC books I pre-ordered is this Raza cover. I mean, that is a fantastic cover by Raza. So pretty sure most people knew about that way in advance. They solicited that pretty far in advance. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of orders on that book. Moving on to Dynamite Entertainment. The Swaby cover of Deja Thoris #3 looks nice. Got some nice cosplay ass cover there. That's always nice. You got a Virgin cover by Swaby for $18. It's still available. Nice cover by Rebecca Puebla, Virgin cover for $13.50. That's still available as well. Looks like some of the line art copies are sold out. Disney Villains Maleficent #1 is out next week. Bunch of covers on this. I'm a big Jennifer Meyer fan. She's really, really good. She doesn't do a lot of comic book covers. She's done a few here and there. She did a Yosaji Yojimbo cover a couple years ago that was really good. I've highlighted her on my Instagram. She's a really good artist, though. I dig the art that she does, so I like that cover. Just a bunch of covers. Jay Lee covers, Nakayama cover, action figure cover, another Rebecca Puebla cover. I kind of dig her art. That's pretty good. I like it. Sue Lee cover. Looks like there's 2 incentive covers by Jennifer Meyer. One is just like a regular version, and then there's a foil variant. The foil is a 1 in 150. Notice the discount down to $81. That's a pretty good price. I picked one up at a shop for $70, so maybe a little cheaper with shipping. It's probably around the same. But I picked it up just because I'm a big fan of her art, and I just think this is a beautiful looking cover. And to have that in a foil would be kind of nice. But again, these are pretty discounted, so I don't know. Maybe there's so many covers, so there might be a lot of bundles out there, so that might be why the price is cheaper. There's also a black and white version as well, which I didn't know about, and I wish I'd pre-ordered that, but it's a little too late now. All right. I think we're about done with Dynamite Entertainment. IDW Publishing, Dark Spaces Good Deeds. Interesting title. Several covers here. I don't know if this series is worth picking up or not. Looks like the only one that is sold out is there was a 1 in, I think this might be a 1 in 75 variant, incentive variant that's sold out by Martin Morazzo. The rest are still available. Earth Divers Kill Columbus #7. I do like this cover by El Burke. That's pretty cool. That would be a cover buy. I don't read that series. I don't really have any interest in reading it, but I do like that cover. Star Trek #8. None of those covers really do anything for me. Star Trek Echoes #1. This is a new little mini series. I do like the D cover. This is a 1 in 25 incentive cover by Rod Rice. I like that cover. I picked that up from Midtown. I didn't even know about this cover, but it kind of has like a Raza feel to it. It kind of looks like a Raza artwork. I love somebody's trying to put Spock in the headlock. Spock in a headlock. Kind of has a little rhyme to it. I just think that's a cool cover. I'm kind of shocked it's not sold out. I don't know how many of these Midtown has, but I am suspecting within it, by the end of this evening, that might be a sold out book. So just be aware of that. Image, Arcade Kings #1. This is a new #1. I don't know anything about this book. I don't think I'm going to pick it up, but if there's something else going on with that I should be aware of, let me know. I did pick up Dark Ride #6. I do love this B cover by Vincenzo Riccardi. Yeah, it's just a crazy looking cover. A lot of detail in there, so I did pick that up from Midtown. It's not an incentive cover, which is nice. And it looks like the 1 in 50 incentive cover is sold out at Midtown by Tony Fleeks. I don't know if this is an homage cover to something. Probably is. Most of these have been like Disney movie homages. I don't know. The cover doesn't look that great to me, so I could have easily picked that up and did not. All right. Moving on. Gunslinger Spawn number 20. I love this cover by Victor Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic? Something like that. I think that's Russian. Is it Russian? Ukrainian? I don't know. It's a cool cover, though. I dig it. I like the coloring on that. Hopefully I pre-ordered that. I'll have to check and see. Ice Cream number 35, Ice Cream Man. These are just great stories, so make sure you pick that up. One of the best reads in independent comics, in my opinion, the last several years. If you've not been picking that up, you're really missing something. Last Barbarians number 4, a bunch of cool covers. I really dig the D cover. Kind of a Tin Man. Is that the Tin Man? Kind of looks like the Tin Man. I just like that cover. I don't know. It's cool. So I grabbed that one from Midtown. Little Monsters. What we got? No One number 1. Third printing. I guess people must be buying this book if they're going to a third printing on the first issue. Issue 3 is out next week. Bunch of covers on that. I think that does it for Image. Marvel. Avengers number 1, facsimile edition. I don't know that I'll ever own the original. Probably won't. I don't really have any interest in owning Avengers number 1, but I guess the next best thing is to buy the reprint version, right? Avengers number 1. I love the B cover by John Tyler Christopher, the negative space variant. Yeah, that's really good. Pre-ordered that in advance. I also like the Kale No cover. That one's really nice. You got a nice team cover. You got Chew cover, which is nice as well. The Scarlet Witch. Chichetto. Man, there's a bunch of covers here. Pick the one that you like. There is a big discount on the Kale No Virgin cover. This was a 1 in 100. Notice the discount all the way down to $72. Bloodline Daughter of Blade number 4. I did grab and pick up this B cover by Betsy Cola, the Spider-Verse cover. I dig it. I think it's really, really good. I could see this being a $10 book next week. So in a lot of shops may not have ordered heavy on it. I don't know, but I like it. I think that could be a hot one. Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider number 1. The brother of Johnny, what's his name? The Ghost Rider. I can't think of his name. Anyways, his brother. He's been in the storyline of the regular Ghost Rider, so he's got his own series. Fantastic Four number 7. There's 700 characters on that cover, apparently. Jesus. That would take a little while to draw, I would think. Bunch of covers there for issue 7. Guardians of the Galaxy number 2. A bunch of covers. Nothing I saw that really spoke out to me, I guess. Hulk Annual number 1 is out next week. Let's see here. Miles Morales, Spider-Man issue 6. Planet of the Apes number 1 second printing is out. Issue 2 will be out. I dig the Rafael Albuquerque cover. He's got a couple nice covers out next week. That other Dark Horse book, and this one looks really good too. I love the coloring on that. Very nice. I'm not collecting Planet of the Apes, but if I was going to grab a cover, I think that would be the one I would get. The E.M. Gist cover is also pretty nice as well, but definitely the Albuquerque is the winner of those covers, in my opinion. She-Hulk 13. I dig Jen Bartel covers for the most part. I think this one's pretty good. I think I pre-ordered that one. Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis issue 3 will be out. For those that missed the first printing of Spider-Man number 7, there is a second printing. I did grab one of these from Midtown just in case. There's also a second printing incentive cover. It's a Virgin version of the regular, I think that was a C cover originally, right? The Humberto Ramos cover. spoiler cover. But yeah, I grabbed one of these pre-ordered for about $50, and Midtown's asking 75. So I'm assuming on eBay they're going for around 75. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Price on that could drop. Bounty Hunters number 34. I dig this cover just because it's IG-88. I'm kind of an IG-88 fan. Star Wars Return of the Jedi, Jabba's Palace, the one-shot. I should have grabbed this. I had a chance to grab this today for $75. This is the second printing 1 in 25 incentive. But man, $75, steep. $50, I definitely would have pulled the trigger, which is still double ratio. But think about it. How many shops are going to order 50 copies, 25 copies rather, of a one shot? That's what, $4.99 one shot? Yeah, not too many stores are going to do that. So hence, this is probably going to be a tough book to find out in the wild. Most of the shops aren't going to carry it. None of the shops near me would have this book. I probably should have bought it. I think I was looking to see if another website had it, for about $50, and they didn't. So it's just one of those moments where you're like, ah, damn it, I probably should have grabbed it. Oh well, it won't be the last time, I'm sure. All right, I think that does it for Marvel. Not too much other than, I guess, X-Men #1, Facsimile, the Jim Lee cover, Gatefold, that's also available if you're interested. All right, that does it for Marvel. Independence, not a whole lot from Independence next week. Let me just breeze through that. I did kind of dig this cover. Blood, Love, Ghost, and Deadly Spell. That's too long of a title. Blood, Love, Ghost, and a Deadly Spell. That's a terrible cover. That's a terrible title for a comic book. It's a cool looking cover. I dig the cover, but that's a terrible title. Whoever came up with that title, I would fire them immediately. That is way too long, and I fumbled over it. So who else? That's a bad name. Fallen #3. That looks like, and #2 are both sold out. That's short print run by a publisher that's probably on the way of going out of business. So don't get too excited that it's sold out. They probably have 10 copies available only. Let's see. Go through some of this. I think that might be it. Just a bunch of publishers I've never heard of. Blood Moon Comics. I don't know who the heck they are. Boom Studios. I do like this Sebastian Firamara Virgin cover. That's pretty nice. 1 in 75. I picked that up for about $50 pre-order. So I don't know. It's probably going to be $20 on eBay eventually. That's probably what's going to happen. But I do like the writing on those Something is Killing the Children books with House of Slaughter. They're all kind of tied in. Is that it? Mangoat and the Bunny Man. You've got a nice little Looney Tunes homage there. I remember when these Dr. They kind of like Dr. Seuss homages, right? They were super hot like last year. So, the first couple of these that came out sold for way over cover price, way over ratio price. Now they don't. So current state of affairs, what was once hot is no longer. I would definitely be cautious these days of putting too much money into incentive covers. I just think most of them don't do well. I've noticed, especially 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month after the book has come out, you will see people dump them on eBay cheaper. So if there's that 1 in 50 variant that you've been in love with and thought, oh, I missed it, it's $100 now, just wait a month. I have a feeling you're going to get it at ratio or less. That's been the way it goes. The other book I really love that's coming out next week is another Firamara cover. He's really doing well. I mean, this cover's awesome. This cover is fantastic. I love this cover. It's a 1 in 20. I think it's a 1 in 20, maybe 1 in 15 cover. So it's an incentive variant, but man, that cover is fantastic. I grabbed that off of Midtown. I didn't even know that cover existed. I would have probably pre-ordered that if I had seen it out there, but yeah, I grabbed it from Midtown. I love that cover. Um, I'm sure there's books I'm skipping over that maybe some of you would like me to highlight. If so, leave that in the comments. Real quick, I'm going to highlight a couple books. I posted one on my Instagram earlier, so make sure you're following me on Instagram. That way you get the information a little quicker. This was one that came out yesterday. I understand Chasing Comics was informing me about it. I didn't find out about it. I think I get an email notification from Boom Studios. So this is a 500 print run, apparently. At least that's what it says on their website. It's a nice black and white version of the Frizzen, the normal 1 in 50 cover. They've sort of done the black and white of it. This is exclusive to Boom Studios shop, so you can't buy this in any stores. There aren't any other websites that have this. It's only $24.99 plus shipping. I did grab a couple copies of this. I love this cover. I didn't buy it because I think the story's going to be great. I'm a big Frizzen fan, and I just think this cover is fantastic. So I picked that up. The other one that's came out at 5 today, exclusive. This is Edge of Spider-Verse number 3, limited to 600 copies with the COA. Just a really, really cool cover by Nicoletta Baldari. I think she's really becoming a hot artist. Don't be surprised if you start to see a lot of her earlier books shoot up more in price. I think more and more people are finding out about her talent. She definitely has a great animation style, which fits this book perfectly because Edge of Spider-Verse has that style of art in the movie. And this cover is perfect. I think it's definitely the best cover I've seen of the series so far. There were several shops selling it, thecomicmint.com, 789 Comics, Sad Lemon, KRS Comics, East Side Comics. There's probably 5 or 6 shops that had it for sale. Again, between all these shops, only 600 copies. So you may want to check. It may have sold out by now. I'm not too sure. I posted about this earlier today and letting everybody know, or actually, I think I posted about it yesterday, actually. Yeah, I posted about it yesterday, letting people know and way ahead of time because I do have a feeling this book is going to sell out pretty quickly if it hasn't already. So keep that on, if you like it, make sure you check it out. Check out those different stores and see if it's still available. We're almost 2 hours past the release of it, so I'm thinking it's probably sold out, but it is going to supposedly be the origin of Spider-Boy in the issue. Could be revealing other details about him in this issue, so it is kind of a key issue as well. So I think it's one of those store exclusives that is going to do pretty well, although most people always say, oh, the store exclusives, I never buy them, they never do well. Anybody that says never, walk away from them because again, what's that old say? What's that? It's from a movie. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. So keep that in the back of your brain. Anybody that says never, this will never happen. Those things never go up in value. People that say never are really just morons. I would walk away from them. Yeah, if you want to be somebody who just plays law of averages, then I would tell you just don't invest in comic books. Don't buy comic books. Because most of the time, yeah, a lot of them don't do well. Buy what you love. If you buy what you like, you buy the art that you like, you'll never go wrong. You'll never be disappointed. Who cares if it goes up in value? If it goes up in value, great. It's gravy on top of the steak. It's whipped cream on your ice cream, right? That's the way it is. If it doesn't ever go up in value, you should still be happy with the comic book because you enjoy the art, you enjoy the comic book, and just be happy and content that way. If more and more people did that, I don't think we'd have as many people get disgusted and leave the industry and stop collecting comics. And, I think they get too caught up in whether something it has value or not. But hey, to each his own. That's my little preaching from the pulpit there this afternoon. Let me check the chat real quick. We had a couple people stop by. Luis Ramirez, 504. Good to see you, my friend. Kenneth Bird stopped to say hi. Very nice. I'll try to do a live stream tomorrow night. I know I didn't do one last week. I would like to talk more about some books. I am going to be setting up a comic book room next month, in the month of June. I'll be moving into my new house. In fact, next Wednesday, the 17th, I will be closing on my existing house. I'll have it sold, and I'll be moving a month later, hopefully, into the new house. Or if the timing isn't right, I might have to be in an Airbnb for a week. You just never know. It's tough when you are selling something and buying something else and trying to coordinate closings, and especially when you're doing with new construction. Yeah, it's kind of dicey. It's the way it is. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me on this Wednesday. Check out those books. Go make your plans and schemes for next Wednesday. I will be doing a live stream most likely tomorrow night, so stay tuned. I will try to send out notifications early on that, though. Probably going to be around 9 o'clock or so. Try to do it a little later in the evening where maybe more people can join in and join the chat and talk about comics, all that good stuff. All right, guys. Have a great evening, and I'll see you soon.